Okay, hey everyone. Let's get started when it loads up. Give me a second. Just to make 100% sure. Okay. It's gone a bit weird. Okay. We are ready. Let's go. Yes, I think we are. So I just want to check. Here's the way to check if it's actually synchronizes. Okay, we're ready. Let's go. So, just want to make sure it's all linked up. Okay, so in this one, we're going to be going up north. Yeah, so that's going to take some time. Alright, let's go then. So, we are level 83, which is not too bad actually, because it means you can do a dungeon. So the stuff we're doing is... oh, okay. 83. Down. So that means we actually got to level up there. Okay. I just realised that, you know, this place is really dead actually. It's kind of cool, but... what the hell? That's weird. Okay, so where are we going? It's literally right here. Guess this must be his command post or something. Whatever. Let's have a look and see what we can do. Okay, well, let me see. What's this? Okay, so here's one outside. Okay, probably that right there. Okay. Let's find out too. Okay, so it's one there. And where's the other one? Strange. Okay, so I can see one there. Oh, it's number 3. Where's 4? Okay. Where's number 4? Oh, okay. I'm trying to find it, I can't see it. Just give it a second to get organised though. Okay. Okay, so number 4 might be... I'm trying to think where it'd be actually. Yeah, so it's not that direction. Oh, yeah, I was like... one from up the top. Okay. You kind of get used to like where they're from. Not all the time, but sometimes. Oh, okay. Leaves that for me. Thank you. That's going to be somewhat helpful. I wonder if it's actually possible to zoom in. No, this map. Oh, Let's actually try G-pose and see if it works. It's interesting though, because Gardener was a massive vampire. Now it's such a shame. I wonder what it would have looked like in its prime. Oh what? Okay. Oh, that was funny. Right, points of interest. I actually thought this would be like a really deep prompt, and I realised it's not. Okay, that's fine. So, every time I do this, it's going to rebuff that in 8 seconds. Or not. How could you miss that? Okay. 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 I just realised that most of the garden walls always have like blue or reddish hair for some reason. Don't ask me why. Anyway, it's just making that. Right, is this okay. It's this one, okay. Give me a second to get organised then. Okay. What's this for? I'm kind of interested in reading about how it's got. This must be how it still works, but all that remains is just that tower. Huh, okay. No. So there are some. Wait, what's this? So it's interesting how. What's this one? Monetary. So yeah, the stuff are still there, but it's weird that not all of them. Okay, let's try these ones. There's no back after. Found. Go down again. Fourth time again. And of course. So I don't know what that door is then. But yeah, all this like, you know, shaggy snitchy smashed to pieces in it. Wow. Alright, let's jump up and see what we can do. Okay, see him back. Okay, what's this? Okay, that takes all. I was tempted to tell that person that it was around the corner, but that's not. Let them find out.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice.
Okay, so if we're going back to the train tracks... No, don't go south. No. Please don't teleport me back. Damn it, I already got north first.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
What's he going to do with nearly 1.5 like tanks full of well, I would say gasoline, but it's not gasoline, is it? Let's just say it is for argument's sakes. Yeah, they ain't gonna do much.
The time for action.
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
Still don't understand how they're going to do much. Considering that it was only half a tank, and most of these units that he's got in his command are going to die on. I don't know.
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
Makes me wonder.
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Okay.
Get them out of here.
So I'm just wondering, there's one like crashed train, wasn't there, that we see on the train tracks? So it makes me wonder, is he trying to activate the train? I mean, it would make sense. You know, if your people are dying, you know, and your whole base is literally on a train line. But I don't know if it's that simple. Damn, that's not actually. So yeah, looking at how things are going, if we need to get a maximum of 7,000, we're going to need a lot of stuff. Well, at least you've got a mender. Yeah, I guess I'll quickly repair, and also have a look at the comment section real quick, see what's going on. Okay, so let's talk to you. Okay, right, that's not bad, haven't it? Yeah, so looking at the map, we need to get to that corner and then... So somebody's got to be over there. So I don't know if this is like the capital or actually like outside and guard them all. I don't know. Makes me wonder though. Oh yeah, like I was going to say, if I was the commander of the Legion, and the train tracks ain't, you know, destroyed, I'll be like, yes, I'll do that. Just get on a train, refill it with the tanks. If it's that simple, and get out of here. Okay, so you're going to go down south. But we need to go up north because we get another 26,000 experience points, I think it is, just for going down into it. Okay, so why is this called the plan? Oh. Okay. So how far do I have to go to unlock it? Okay. Fair enough. So that area is completely useless then. So it's weird that it's called the pipe, but it also has a train track. Wow. There's so many automated robots. But then again, I guess in their condition, they probably won't be able to fight. You'd think though that if they have control to the robots, you just shut them off and then use that to heal up. But I guess that's not that simple, is it? I just realised though, oh actually no, never mind. That outpost we did in the last episode, I just realised we blew it up down, so we couldn't have used the tanks on that. But yeah, when you guys get you thinking, wait, is that a police there? Okay, so I can hear some really heavy things moving. Okay. God damn. So just to think, you know, this place was one big, you know, city, and now it's not. Okay, why are you here? Okay, weird. We're literally like in a, you know, city of rooms. Does make you wonder though. So I'm guessing that this was probably, you know, a decent town before it got destroyed in Civil War.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to.
Damn, that's a bit.
I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised.
No wonder that guy's a bit fucked. Okay.
The Garlean flag bears a chain. The bonds between our countrymen.
Yeah, so these are definitely like, you know, Russians, ain't they?
A red link at its center. The blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
Where's he gonna go then? Still don't understand why that little part of the map is okay, so you put me in the wrong
It's
box.
no use.
Must be freezing in there.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do. So cold. Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you.
Okay, we are back. Sorry about it.
And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust?
Give me a second, we'll have a look at the comment section. Okay. So.
All of us lost in a sea of chaos. Searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Okay.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics. To see people as individuals, with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alize.
Cool, that was a long cutscene. Oh yeah.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
Gift.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Ambush!
Sure, I guess.
More are coming! Make ready!
How did you get so much stuff?
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
Idiot.
Stop, both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
So what are you gonna do?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Is he gonna shoot himself? Tell you one thing though. What they've done with this, like, you know, Endwalker, it's actually quite decent, actually. Actually, no, more than decent, it's amazing. Don't shoot yourself, dude. Great ease. Don't do it, man.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Yeah, be too late by the time we get there. Most likely. Yep. Too late. Shame. That guy could have done a lot more. But oh well. I guess it is what it is. Okay, so I guess I'm going somewhere. If I get one of them. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Now, I could just go out there because I think there's something there. Actually, no. Let's go out there, that one. Damn. Just need that to. Is that the... What's that? Science, I mean, you got all that stuff. Okay, where was the chest piece that went out? Okay, I don't know. What's that? Not worth the hassle. So let's kid up a little bit. Right, what's that one? Okay, I'll keep that for now. God damn, I just realised how far away this place is. Okay. So you really need to get out to teleport. Still don't understand why this case here is literally... Oh no. Yeah, so that guy basically shot himself. But is he? No, he shot himself and he's quite dead, isn't he? So who's going to take command of the First Legion? Huh, okay. So yeah, no one's doing... Okay, so he's actually doing this. Okay. I guess that's gonna be... Is that actually under the currency system? No. Trial... No. Battle... Okay, does it? Okay. Oh well, that's done. Strange. God damn, I just realised we still actually haven't got to that destination just yet. So while it's going through, we're going to show the buttons. Yeah, you haven't got a button to target stuff, have they? Okay, so that thing's gonna probably be annoying. Yep. Come on, leave me alone. It's a shame that that guy shot himself. Okay, it seems like every single like commander of the Legion always gets himself shot or killed. Which is kind of shameful, but whatever. Guess I've got to go down here. Okay, so that gives me another one. No, headpiece. If that's actually, you know, how much detail I put on this thing. Like, is the bloodstone? Okay, yeah, no, actually is still there. Huh. There you go, I didn't think I would. Damn, they actually put a lot of detail into this thing. Okay. Nice, up to you. Oh, what is it? Some missions have popped up. Okay, so much of this stuff I can't do at the moment. Oh, I could, but you know, fine, just yet. It's weird that I'm not asking like every single NPC, but only a set few of them. Okay. So what are you doing now? Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, said that this thing's like that, so... That's gonna help me a lot. So, 1, 2, 3. She's enough. I suppose. So probably like the guy shot himself. Wow. Okay, so now that we've got that unlocked, it's gonna help big time. And to think, you know, the guy could have survived. Knowing that we just got that crystal thing operational. What a waste. So I'm trying to think, the first Legion and the 13th Legion are officially, well, wiped out now, aren't they? But, okay. So at this, you know, stage, it doesn't really seem like Golden Mortar's ever come back. So I don't know how I feel about all these areas, but just gotta get done. Really, I'm getting attacked by these random vehicles. Not that they do much damage. It's just an inconvenience, really. Don't know. So. Okay. So once we survey 4 areas. Continue. Yeah, actually I wonder if it's showing, is this faster? Not much, but it's a tiny bit. Yeah, so I'm trying to think, we could literally unlock that area. Yes. Okay. That was weird. Okay. That's a really interesting map. So I'm definitely going to get over there. Done with this area soon. Okay, so where are we? Okay. Destination's one. Good. Yeah, so the capital must be over that way. Done. But whatever the hassle is, we can't get to it. I thought it was over there, but... So... Is that it there? No. She's got to be the Imperial with the crystal. Which means... wherever this way is. Oh, I'm going to try something further off. Okay, still can't do it. Okay, there's a bit I did about missionaries this way. Don't know if that's quick on part. Can't do it. So yeah, people will know not to fly. Okay. So we've no access, like, well, 75% of this area. Okay. I wonder how much we're gonna have to do. seems like. Okay. Okay.
Is that all of them?
Alright.
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Okay. So which order then?
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
Gift.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here.
At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
just wondered though when we were going to attack that tunnel.
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent, we owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter. Indeed, we can but do our utmost to unite these disparate peoples and lead them to victory.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
It's gone blue. What that means.
On behalf of the Valiant Empire, thank you for inviting me today.
What? Emperor Varys?
They are being tempered. The talismans. Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Okay. Since when could that goddess?
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short.
Just reading the evils.
I shall begin the preparations.
Nice.
Now, it is time for you to awaken. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh. So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject. Come now. To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine? I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate.
It can't be.
Ah, exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory.
But did it?
And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Is he gonna finally talk, or is he just gonna keep eating these, what was it? Soup and chicken, I think it was?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone.
Okay.
At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger. And it would seem my friend has lost her appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion. But clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
Yeah, so this is definitely a spot. Okay. Wait, am I gonna fight myself?
Or together.
I'm gonna find myself. Okay. That's fucking creepy, dude.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity. Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making her way there as we... Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude.
Well, at least now we finally actually get to...
Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to Anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Okay, guess I'll go run up a bitch. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. It's always so fun. I've always wanted to jazz anything. Honestly. Oh. So I don't think much time. So the camp is... So yeah, we have... Wow, 9,000?
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent. We need supplies because our health is like something. So you should keep to 7, so can I go on this one? Okay, I want to see them now. But we're going to just go with story series, aren't we? Not certainly the first time we've done this. So we can do a same hostiles. Okay, you go for this one. Okay, deceased. British damage when you can.
found that. Where do I find the fuel? Bastards. I can't get through that. I don't know where I find the fuel, bastards. There's something going on. Seems to be a shine thing. Oh, it's a fuel canister. Is that? Yeah. It seems to be good. So that thing is like literally wire. Not good. Oh, no, it's... Okay, so let's definitely that. Yeah, this is really a painful situation. Try to get through. Good. Okay, so how was I like so there's so much things. That's it. Go other side. The thing is, I don't need to feel. So, yeah, we're going to go for that. Not what we get for them. Not a lot, at least. Let's see if we can talk to them. So there's a lot that we don't like that, so... Alright. Let's go to places. Let's see one of them. If it doesn't go through, it seems to be good. I think we don't touch the front side. I wasted so much time trying to find one. gotta figure out where he's at. Wait, what's the thing doing? Where's Red? We can't swim. So where is he? Did we drop it? Don't know what's this much time. Got no HP though, so what was I supposed to do? Okay. Oh god. Oh god, this is so bad. Oh god, if I get killed right now I'm gonna be so pissed. We've got 7 minutes and you want us to call way back? Hell no, man. Wait, are we actually going? Okay. Yeah, so it's actually going down a little bit. God damn. Something's gonna happen now.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw her leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well she can handle herself, I worry all the same.
Well, time to call off the search.
Case closed.
That's her, over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive her presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now, all's well that ends well.
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I've yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective, that. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay. Predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether. And then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacle. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Let's quickly have a talk with the comment section, see how things are. Okay. Alright.
Thank goodness. She's awake. I am pleased to report you are very much alive.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
I'm actually just curious though, who was that Imperial? Right. Now what happened to the refugees that were saved? Oh, wait, no, they all died, didn't they, in the explosion? Okay. It's cool I did play as Imperial. The shame we don't get the armor. That would have been fun. Okay, let's get this done. Give me a second, I just want to check something. Okay, so, where are we going now? Oh, we're up north. No, I've just moved to change, I guess that's from, you know, going on the offense. So I'm just trying to think though, if this is that tower, which one of those sides is actually gone the other way, whatever. Oh, what's this here? Something I was trying to do the other day, what's that? God, this inventory is going to take a while to change, that's fine. Yeah, so all that needs to be time. That's fine. So how far are we now? It's just for us. What do I have to cut? Hello. So that's actually kind of cool how he's got that automated cavern. It's weird that we never actually see it though before now. Huh. Okay, so I'm guessing all these holes are definitely some kind of bombardment. So it's a case. There's no tower on the side. Too far away from me. That surprised me. Okay, so once we take out that tower, that's pretty much at the moment the seat of all power. For them at least. What's under them? Okay, so if we take this out, which is that. Oh, that's massive. Yeah, so if we take out this tower, what would that be again? We have like, whatever. So we have this actually unlocked that. still need to go there, according to the map. Oh, I'm not going to go all the way up there just yet. I think so. How close have I got there? Okay. So yeah, as for this area, I'll have to come back. It's not really fun. So is this going to be one of those? Yeah. You know, as soon as I'm here, let's just go for it. I know it's a bit of a detour. So, let's just quickly get done now. Because then we won't have to come back unless we do missions. My side missions. Alright. So, continue the extra XP. Okay, so that's strange. Oh no, what we actually do is we get the achievement for unlocking all the ears. So that's not. Okay, so we've got it right there. So, yeah, we just do that, the XP points. Oh, no. So, let's just use it. Is it faster? Not by much. Let's see what this is. Because whether a little corner part is a something I didn't unlock. Which is, weird as hell. Why, it's like a little part. There we go. Open the well. I just hope that Ascension actually let you go into one, because it's basically like so like most of these robots, you never actually see them on the mainland, so it's weird that you've gone big on these. So we're going into the base. Yeah. I mean, I've seen these things enough times over the years. Okay, so where do we go? Just down this elevator. Alright, it's just going to be, the dungeon area. Come on, okay. So you're going? Nope. Come on, dude, let's go down. Anyway, so we've made some decent progress today. Considering it really. So, where's the train? You know, I'm just gonna put it a little bit here. So you're telling me that God ordered all this like train station, and yet they didn't build it on the road? That's kind of funny actually. Okay. Yeah, so you think they could, build like all sorts of things. But whatever. So, in other words, if we destroy this one tower, we destroy all the other towers. I'm guessing. I just wondered though, like I said, if this train, like, you know, it's all armed and stuff, just think of the front turrets. That's a bit special. So, what train is it? Oh. Never mind, no train. So I'm gonna have to do this one. Now, we can hope that people actually do it. Right now. This is one. So it's just 5 minutes into the dungeon anyway. Let's go for it. Guess we just wait for it. We are waiting. I'm pretty sure it's the same country. What is my samurai class? 50. Oh, very nice. I know there's a certain weapon we had. Is it this one? Or this one? Yeah, cool. So that's all 16. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll be dead soon anyway.
Now or never.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway. actually ain't as big as I thought, but okay. This one looks weird. Okay. That guy was a bitch and a half. Okay, so you're done. Okay. This is a weird thing. So, the thing's dead, so what's going to happen now?
Farewell, Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Come. The other two await.
Wait, on two? What was it?
This madness ends here!
Oh, hush. This is the best part. Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
Some manner of magical defense?
Cryle? But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Hydaelyn! Feeble relic of a forgotten age! Hark! Victory is mine! No more ether. And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thrall. Should the Empire fall, the world must share her fate. Of course, Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman! You monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and are powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
I have asked you. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound.
so she can go or something.
I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Van Daniel said.
You're going alone? You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours. Our friends in the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.